Hello there, and thank you for joining me for another episode of Total Ramblings. A new set of LEGO Collectible Minifigures has come out. This is set 71050. There are 12 minifigures to collect. These are Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And of course, as always, each of these boxes contains one minifig. I've selected 3 at random. My local Smith's Toys, in fact all Smith's Toys I believe, only ever let you take 3 at a time. So I haven't scanned any of these barcodes. I've done nothing. Basically, I picked out one, my daughter Alice picked out another one, and then I picked out a third one. So what we're going to get here should be completely random, and we're going to open the first one. Before we do anything, let's have a look at what figures we can get. Now I don't know the names of all these figures, so we have here obviously the usual construction methods. So here we've got some sort of cybernetic armored Spider-Man with a belt. Here we've got probably Peter Parker with a spider baby, and here we've got someone with a cape. Now these are the 12, here we go. So they have names, hurrah! Spider-Man, that looks like Miles Morales to me. Spider-Punk with a guitar. Prowler, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man India, Cyborg Spider-Woman, so that's that one, Cyborg Spider-Woman, Sun Spider, Spider-Bite, Spider-Man and Mayday Parker, so that's the one with the baby. Web Slinger, he's got a horse with face, spider face, and Werewolf Spider-Man, that one looks pretty cool. Right, let's see what we've got here, shall we? Okay, so one empty box, go into the bin. Okay, what we have here, I believe, is Spider-Gwen. Now, interesting, we've got like a trans orange base plate for these guys, so that's pretty cool. Okay, right, so what we have here is we've got 2 different heads for Spider-Gwen. So the first one is a sort of masked head with the eyes, and then there is a cowl, obviously, that goes over the top. You can see here we've got a little bit of arm printing on both sides, sort of purple and blue webbing. We've got kind of purpley kind of hands. We've got some leg printing on the back and on the front, of course. We even have leg printing on the sides. These are dual molded legs, I think. 2 colours, so there we go. Now that's one head. Now if we take the other one off, we actually have a double-sided face. So here we have Spider-Gwen looking kind of happy-ish, like she's just vanquished an enemy, and here we have angry Spider-Gwen before she's vanquished an enemy, and here we have her hairpiece, which is also dual molded. I think so anyway, I could be wrong. I don't think it's painted. I'm quite prepared to be corrected on that. It kind of goes over her shoulder there, so that's a unique hairpiece. And then she's holding what appears to be a Polaroid photo of herself and Miles Morales, I think. So we're going to put that in her hand, and we're going to put her on the base like so, and we're going to put her spare head in there, and there we go. That is our first Spider-Man collectible minifig. Right, on to number 2. And of course it's a duplicate,
of course,
because that's how my luck tends to go. Hey ho, so we begin the game again, Time Lord. I'm going to put a different head on this one. I suppose ultimately you do kind of want 2 different Spider-Gwens, right? One with the fleshy head and one with the spider head, but disappointing. even so. Now that does, because of the nature of her hair, I can't put that onto the base like that. So, yeah. There we go, that's our second one. It's a duplicate already. We've got a duplicate at the earliest possible opportunity. And let's open the third one, shall we? And it's a different one, hurrah. So out of 3, we get 2. Okay, now this is, what's this one? Cyborg Spider-Woman. Now this one has lots and lots of different parts to it. So first of all, we have this sort of belt, which I believe this belt was first used in the Batman minifigs, I believe, in black, of course. So we've got an extensive amount of leg printing, front and side, and again it looks like we've got dual molded legs, an extensive amount of arm printing, a very intricate design on the front and on the back, looks like sort of wrapped in chains. We have one cybernetic arm and one normal arm. Now we have some spare parts with this one as well, so that goes in there. And then what we have is, it looks like, oh no, other way around, goes the other way. I think it goes that way around. I'm assuming this is a gun or a web slinger or something. I don't actually know, to be honest with you. Then we have this sort of pauldron kind of piece with like a face, kind of lower face mask at the front. And I'm just going to put that in there. And there we have the face with one cybernetic eye, one eye blanked off or with a slit maybe to look through, not really sure. And of course the base. So there we have our, remind myself, Cyborg Spider-Woman. It's quite a cool figure. And in fact, because we get some small, not because, but because they're small, we get some spare pieces with this one. So there you go. So 10 minifigs to go in this series. I hope we don't end up buying as many as we did of the Formula 1 series, because that got quite annoying in the end. But here we go. 2 duplicates. So, well, 1 duplicate, sorry. Although, I mean, in this instance, I guess it's kind of okay, because you can have Spider-Gwen with or without her sort of cowled head. So I'm prepared to let that pass. That's quite a cool minifig. The werewolf one looks pretty cool. Let's hope we get that at some point. Well, obviously we want them all at some point. Anyway, that's it. Very quick video. Thanks very much for watching this episode of Total Ramblings, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.